Hey, this is Wes with Missouri Wind and Solar. Thanks for tuning us in today. On today's video, what we want to show is how to set up our dual 100 amp meter. We've got that here on our tabletop today, and we're going to walk through that. Before you get excited in the comments, Jeff is out teaching cuttlefish how to do digital camo patterns over in Micronesia, so he's still having a great time in retirement. Also, if you want to follow him on his woodworking channel, we're going to put down in the comments where you can go and check him out there. He's got some really cool stuff that he's doing there. But right now we're going to show you how to hook up that meter, and we'll move over to our project table and show you how to do that. So we've got our 100 amp dual meter, and we're going to walk through how to set this up. The basic concept is being able to meter your wind power coming in and any solar power coming in, and be able to see what those are outputting voltage wise at any given point in time. So let's move in a little bit here and we'll get a closer view of this. So this is a little mock-up we've got. What you would typically have above this area right here is you'd have your charge controller for your wind turbine. On this side you would also have a wire coming in and a charge controller going over to your solar. What you'll see here, and the way we've got this configured, and I'm going to get into the actual configuration a little bit more, I'm going to take the plate off and show you, is we are constantly reading the battery voltage. And you can see here it's got a little bit of a difference between it, but that's not a big deal. But we're basically showing 12.7, 12.8 on our voltage. And what has to happen before you see any amperage or wattage here, that power coming in, whether it's the wind turbine or the solar panel, is going to have to exceed this voltage before any power gets sent to the batteries. And these are independent of each other. So the wind turbine is on its own pushing in, and so are the solar panels. So if your wind turbine was sending out 13 volts, it would send to the batteries. If your solar panels at the same time were only sending 8 volts, 8 volts is not enough to overcome the 12, and so they wouldn't be sending any power at all. And just the exact opposite. If the solar panels are creating more, it would send. If the wind turbine wasn't. So it's our classic conversation we talk about. You know, on a sunny day, the wind may not be blowing, but on a rainy day, the sun may not be shining. So that's what basically our meter is showing. What we will take a look at here, and I'm going to turn this unit a little bit, is in this configuration we've got the power coming through our rectifier and then basically coming over to this metal contact. So you've got a front metal contact, in this case we're using for wind, and the back metal we'd be using for solar. And so that's what it gives you the ability to dual monitor on these. So I'm going to go ahead and we'll pull the cover off of this, and we'll get into a little more detail on how this is wired. All right, so it may be a little, we're going to spin and turn a little bit here, and we'll walk through how this is all set up. And there's directions that actually come with this, but we always find out the video helps a lot more. So when we get into the actual wiring of this, this is how it's set up. So coming into your controllers here, and you'll see we've got a little diagram right here. So just make sure you're looking at your diagram if I'm talking about the left side or the right side. Make sure you're matching that up with how these controllers are set for you. What you've got is, this is actually, it's a little bit of a mixed line, but this is actually a positive line coming from the battery. And then we've got the negative line coming from the battery on the second one. So your negative and positive from the battery are split. And that's what your two farthest left in this case are set for, the two here. And in this case what we did is we've just jumped the across between these two, so we didn't have to wire them both back. So you've got the positive coming in here on the far left, and you're jumping the negative over here, and then you've got the negative coming in on your second left over here. So basically those two things, all they're doing is powering the meter. That's all they're doing. Then what you get into is over here on the shunts. And the shunt wiring is actually what is giving you your meter reading, okay? And what you'll see here is this top farthest right is going right. And the same thing on this right here is going on the right side, or the battery side of the configuration. Then your second in from the right here, this is going in on the left side, or your generation side of the shunt bar, and that will give you your correct readings. And so a couple things. One is if for some reason you get these reversed, then you won't show any kind of amperage, you won't show any kind of wattage coming through. And if you're in a situation where, you know, it's the middle of night and you're doing this or whatever, and you can't make sure that you're getting something coming through your device, you could hook something up like a battery charger, like a trickle battery charger. And what you're wanting to see is just that if you know you're overcoming this 1275 on the battery and you're not getting a reading, then chances are you've just got these wires crossed and need to straighten them back out. So in this case, what's really nice about this meter is when you do start to generate, it's going to give you your wattage. One of the other things is that it's going to give you your numbers over time. So it gives you a cumulative number that will let you know how much power has been generated over the amount of time that this has been hooked up. So that's a real nice feature of this, and gives you a good idea, you know, of how much power generation you're getting out of your units. So it's Wes with Missouri Wind and Solar. We hope that is a good look at this meter. It's really nice. It's a fun thing to be able to go in and check. Give us a call if we need to hook you up with one of these. We certainly can. You know, hit the bell for our videos, subscribe, and we'll keep bringing you more videos.